Good morning, first grade. Today we're working in Skills 6 workbook. That's the orange workbook, and it says Skills 6 on it. We're doing lesson 6. I know, we're skipping 5. Say it with me. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's going to be okay. We're working on lesson 6. Activity pages today are 6.1 and 6.3. We're skipping 6.2. Say, no way, Jose, 6.2.
No way, Jose, 6.2.
Thank you, Miss Wright. And then our story today is Mr. Spencer and the Rabbits. Oh my goodness, it's going to be very fun. But until then, we are going to be organizing some C sounds.
Awesome. So, Mrs. Singh, after I read the directions, I had an idea. You're going to need 2 colors. How about I take one and you take one?
So this kind of sounds like a game.
Almost. Ooh, let's play it like a game. Okay. So we are going to find out if the C says S or the C says K. So if it says one of these sounds, it's one color. If it says another sound, it's the other color.
Should we maybe?
Yeah, I like it.
So if it says K, K, it's going to be orange for me.
And if it says S, oopsie, let me erase that C. That might confuse us. And if it says S, S, it's me. All
Perfect.
right. Why don't you go first, Mrs. Singh?
Well, okie dokie.
Here's your color. One,
Okay. I'm going to just start right here. Clip. Clip. That does sound like a K, so it's clip. So I'm just going to, should we circle or color?
Whatever you'd like to do, I'll follow you. Yeah, that's
circle
nice
is
and
good.
neat. I like
think
that
so.
too. I like that too because then I can still read the word after you've done your work. So that helps. All right, my job is I'm finding C that says S. I might treat it like bingo because I see a word. So I'm going to go ahead and, just in case, block ya.
What?
Cells. Cells.
Well, if we're going to play it like that,
that.
I see a age because that E makes the A go A. Age. Sounds like a cake. Age.
Just in case she starts to try to go up and down, I'm going to mark the word center. Blocked ya. See, it's hard for us sometimes too.
Ooh, magic.
Oh, corner word.
Magic. Magic.
Awesome. Well, you might have blocked me, so now I'll just have a good time finding my word. I see a C that sounds like S. Dancer. Dancer.
I like that. I like this word because it has my favorite animal in it, which is a cat.
You do love a cat.
Catch. Catch. I do love a cat.
You do. Let's see. I'm going to go to this big word over here because even though there's a whole lot of letters, I can break that apart and figure it out. We do the ing all the time in our phonics dance, don't we? Bouncing. Bouncing.
Ooh, I like that word. I also like the word carve. Carve. Carve.
Okay, look at this. I see 2 things I can write with. A pen and a pencil. Pencil. The C says
Wow.
S.
Well, there's only 2 of them left.
All righty. Let's see. Should we do it on 3?
1,
2, 3. Yay! Hopefully that's what you found too. Scent.
Bobcat. And if you were playing with, like, bingo, we just won.
Well, now, wait a minute. I think all of a sudden, look, it's time for our story. Here we go, friends. You're going to love this one. Do you want to get our story up, Mrs. Singh?
I would love to.
Here, whoops, let me get my head out of the middle of the board. Whoops.
For our friends, that was 6.1.
6.1, gang.
Let me go ahead and scooch it down.
Those were optional. Those ones that we see don't have to do. It's going to be okay. And this is the one we're going to get into after we read our story.
And here is our story.
Yay! Mr. Spencer and the Rabbits.
I hear a lot of
I do. And since I'm reading out loud to the iPad, Mrs. Sane, I may go nice and slow because those S's are tongue twisters sometimes. All right. Grace Spencer's dad has a farm. Her dad is a farmer out in the Midwest where the land is flat and the soil is rich. In the spring, Mr. Spencer plants corn next to the farmhouse. All summer long, he takes care of the corn. By the end of the summer, the corn is ripe. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. That was almost difficult. Then Mr. Spencer harvests it and sells it. That is how he makes a living. Mr. Spencer has a garden too. In his garden, he plants eggplants, beets, sprouts, and peppers.
wow. Mr. Spencer has had some problems with rabbits. Oh no.
Oh no.
They crawl under the fence, hop into his garden, and munch on his plants. When Mr. Spencer sees the rabbits in his garden, he gets mad as a hornet. Uh-oh. Wow, that means he's very upset. He shakes his fist and shouts at the rabbits. Grace and her sister Jill like the rabbits. Grace says they are cute. She tells her dad to be nice and to let the rabbits be. But Mr. Spencer can't stand those rabbits, and the Spencers need the plants in the garden to feed them in the winter. Last summer, Mr. Spencer got a dog to force the rabbits out of his garden. The dog's name is Pepper. He is a black dog. He sleeps out in the barn.
I like the illustration of those rabbits.
I do too. I think they're cute.
Go. Oh, this one looks exciting. When Pepper came to the farm, he gave the rabbits quite a scare. They were in the garden munching on sprouts. Then Pepper came charging out into the yard, barking. The rabbits took off. They raced back into their hole as fast as they could. Pepper ran to the rabbit hole and went in as far as he could. He started digging with his paws, but it was no use. It was a deep hole, and he could not get down to where the rabbits were. Mr. Spencer was sitting in the living room at the time. He could tell what Pepper was up to. He smiled. "Good dog," he said. "Good dog. I bet those rabbits will munch on sprouts somewhere else next time."
Wow.
That was cute.
That was cute.
Awesome.
Now we're moving on to page 6.3 or page 27, it looks like. Yep, 27. I might need some glasses here soon. Wow. The first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write my name. Okay, sweet friends. So if you happen to have your reader, which looks like this, you can go ahead and pull it out. Our story began on page 2. And so we need to find where we find the answer. We need to look at the page that we find the answer on. It says, what is the land like out in the Midwest? I remember that it talked about what it was like right here, so I'm going to reread it. Grace Spencer's dad has a farm. Her dad is a farmer out in the Midwest where the land is flat and the soil is rich. So let's find one of those. The land has red rocks. Didn't say anything about that. The land has no plants. That would be sad because that doesn't make any
That
sense.
makes no sense at all.
This
He's
entire
a farmer.
Yeah, the entire thing was about him planting things.
Yes.
The land has rich soil. Oh, that's the
There it
answer.
is.
So I'm gonna circle that, and I found that on page 2.
Since you have the book, will you help me find this one?
Absolutely.
I'm going to read the question and see if maybe there are a few key words that would help me look while you're looking.
Mhm.
What things are in Mr. Spencer's garden? So I'm guessing, Mrs. Sane, towards the beginning of the story, we found this out.
We did. In fact, there's a whole sentence right here that says exactly what
I
he has.
knew there had to be. What page is that?
It's on page 2.
Page 2. Read that sentence. Let's see.
In his garden, Mr. Spencer's garden, he plants eggplants, beets, sprouts, and peppers.
That's a great sentence.
Uh-huh.
I do have a question, though.
Yes.
I know when I'm doing my work, it's important for me to do my work. Is it copying if I use that sentence to help me, though?
No, absolutely not. Because it's coming from the book.
So it's not like it's coming from my neighbor's page.
No, it's coming from the book, which is here to help you. It's okay if it comes from
Right.
the book. It's not okay if it comes from your neighbor
No.
or your brother, sister, dog, cat. That's not okay.
If your dog's talking, you should call someone. May I borrow that so that I don't
Absolutely.
misspell? Look, I don't have to think too hard. I got the easy question. Because I'm able to use the words here. I am going to impress you with a complete sentence. What things are in Mr. Spencer's garden?
Wow.
Capital S, because that's his name.
Proper
Mr.
noun.
Spencer has eggplants. That's kind of a fun word.
I like eggplants.
I bet a lot of our friends, that's a vegetable we haven't tried yet. I like this one because I love double E's. Eats. What else does he have? Sprouts. Sprouts. And peppers.
Yum.
And peppers. Boy, that definitely helped to be able to find it
Uh-huh.
and use those words. That's using my resource, not copying.
No.
All right. I'm going to clear this off for us, Miss Sane. If you want to bump us down to the
I think
next
so.
question. Page 2, page 2. We've answered number 1, number 2. There we go. We're jumping on to the next page.
Wow. I like
Wow.
multiple choice questions.
They are a little bit easier sometimes to look for words, aren't they?
Absolutely. So we're going to go into the next page of our reader. What is the problem with Mr. Spencer's garden? I remember. He had a problem with rabbits.
He did.
Rabbits.
Wait, Mrs. Sane.
Yes.
That's awesome. Awesome. But still, it's important to read the other choices just in case. Because what if they said he has rabbits and peppers? I mean, peppers aren't a problem, but it still would be true. So always read all 3. Then you can answer. And having that proof will help know it's correct.
Oh, I got too excited and I jumped too quickly.
It happens.
He has rabbits in his garden.
Yes, definitely.
He has a dog in his garden. That's true, but the dog's not a problem. He has sprouts in his garden. That's also true, but sprouts aren't a problem either. I remember rabbits are the problem. He has rabbits in his garden, so that's the first one. But I got too excited and I didn't look in my book for the answer. So I need to go back and read it. I remember that I did come along with this picture, though, of these cute little bunny rabbits. Mr. Spencer has had some problems with rabbits. There it is, and the answer is on page number 4. Boom. So
Nice.
I might have gotten too carried away, and then it took me extra long to have to figure it out. So maybe I should have just slowed down in the first place.
Sometimes that's best.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Reich.
That is A-okay. That's how we learn. Let's see this last one. I'm going to try your suggestion where I'm going to find it, slow it down, and make sure that I've got the right answer. Pepper helps Mr. Spencer when he... I'm even reading my choices first.
Wow.
has a snack from the garden, barks at the rabbits so they run off, sleeps out in the barn.
I want to sleep.
I do too. So let's look and look and look. I wonder, I'm reading. Are you reading? Yes, yeah, I remember when they did that. Yeah, there was barking. Okay, oh, and they ran back into their hole. I think I found it.
Yeah.
It does not specifically use the word help, but through the context, I know he's helping. Listen to this. Then Pepper, which is the dog that we're trying to figure out, right? Then Pepper came charging out into the yard, barking. The rabbits took off. They raced back into their hole as fast as they could. So how did he help them? He helped by barking, so the rabbits ran off. And that, friends, was right on the last page of our story. A great one, Mr. Spencer and the Rabbits.
Wow, Miss Reich, that was so
Wow.
fun.
That was a good one. Hope everybody has a great day.
Bye, friends.
Bye, first grade.